Why did Jesus write in the dirt? In the story of the woman who committed adultery, there's this random detail. Right before delivering his famous line about anyone who is without sin, let him cast the first stone, it says that Jesus bent over and wrote in the dirt with his finger. I used to have a tiny issue with this story, not that I would want her stoned, but in my thinking, wasn't he breaking the law? I mean, if the law said that she should be stoned, is he here saying that you don't have to follow the law? But later he says that not a single jot or tittle will pass away from the law. So how can we reconcile this? Well, that little insignificant detail tells us how. There's only two other times in the Bible where it really focuses on the finger of God. One is the story of Belshazzar, which isn't relevant here, and the other is when the finger of God writes the law of Moses, the 10 Commandments, on stone. That one is very relevant here because the question posed is directly related to the law. This text says that Jesus is silent and writes in the dirt twice. This is a clue because at Sinai, God also writes with his finger twice, and the second time is to introduce mercy. God descends down and writes the 10 Commandments with his finger the first time. Then comes the whole golden calf incident when Moses throws that version to the ground and breaks them. When God decides to show them mercy, he writes the 10 Commandments a second time using his finger, and he verbally adds in a clause. The clause is that I will have mercy on whom I have mercy. He allows mercy to be woven in to expand freedom to not execute judgment. In this case, the freedom to not destroy them due to the golden calf. This is the first time that mercy is explicitly declared as part of the covenant identity. The two are inseparable in the narrative. The second giving is framed by mercy. He then proclaims again, the Lord, a God, merciful and gracious, slow to anger, abounding in steadfast love, which also points out that his character is one of mercy. Jesus is reminding them of this clause, saying it is possible to show her mercy within the framework of the law. By drawing attention back to this moment, he's reminding them that if God had executed judgment without mercy, after the golden calf incident, they would have all been wiped out. So while we don't know for sure if this is actually what Jesus' intention was in this exact moment, we do know that this moment in Scripture does at least answer the question of how was Jesus not breaking the law. So what's the takeaway? So many times we blow it. We have this instinct to not pray, to think that God doesn't want to talk to us right now. The very first Adam had this same response after he sinned. He wanted to hide from God, but God came looking for him. He gave him a covering, and he comes looking for us because he still loves us. Israel broke the covenant almost as soon as it was given. God could have ended the story there, but instead he wrote again. When you feel like you've disqualified yourself and become your own accuser, picking up stones to emotionally stone yourself for your sin, remember, God doesn't throw away the tablets of your life. He is willing to write again.